So in other words, it helps you to align with your purpose.
Yes, and where you thrive, and because it's about thriving. It's not about strive. It's not about surviving. It's about thriving.
So in other words, who you really are, the core of you really are, shows up when you're under stress.
Yes, it shows up.
So when you're under stress, if you're a person that curses, if you're a person that cries, or whatever the case is, that's the real.
That's the real you. Yes. How to cope with the D's, how to cope with the I's, how to cope with the S. So I will give you a plan how to respond and how to react, because there's a lot of different things. I'm a high I under normal circumstances.
And people like me are not people pleasers.
Yes.
Going to the beach doesn't even, you don't have to even pay to go to the, okay, American beaches, yeah, you pay.
Let's chill.
Hello, bonjour, hola, sani bonani, namaste.
Namaste. What up, Chaplin? Chillin'. What's up? What's good? How are you? Welcome to another empowerment episode. Yes, of Chillin' with the Chaplins. I'm LJ, and I'm with my lovely wife, Lady Siza. Yes, today we have a special episode for you, as we will be discussing our disassessment report. Yes, for those who may not know or not be familiar with the disassessment, it is a personality profiling tool that measures 4 key traits: dominance for I, for D, influence for the I, steadiness for S, and conscientiousness for C. So when you hear somebody say this, you would think of adjectives. That's what it's an adjective. The D is either decisiveness, is either dominance, is either so these, when you hear someone that is a high D, that means they're very dominant, they want to take control. That's what a D does.
So these are character traits.
Yes, yes, they are character traits, and you're welcome to jump in anytime, Lady Siza, if you want more information no, because she's learning what is this assessment as well. And I, influence. When you think of S, or another thing for I is talkative. They're very talkative. They're the life of the party. They're your social butterflies. So yes, that's your I's. And S is stable, stability, steadiness. The S don't like change. They like everything to be stable. And your C's is compliant, conscientious. These are analytical people. So we know Lady Siza recently took her disassessment. She recently took a disassessment, and so on this episode, we want to discuss her report as well as my report, because I took my report a while back, and so we want to talk about our report so that we're able to get a better understand how we can relate to one another, and the difference between our disassessment and how it may worse in relationships. And I do have to say this as well, in your disassessment as well. Who you are today don't mean you have to be that individual next year. It could change. As well as another thing about the disassessment, and this podcast is also sponsored by the disassessment. If you want to take your assessment, you're welcome to go to Chaplin Legacy Group.com/Stay Ready Assessment. But another thing about this assessment as well, and we offer multiple ones. We have one for the personality traits, we have one for family, one for your career, and for your kids, because a lot of times who you are on your job is totally different in your home. So a lot of times it's your personality changes, or it varies from place to place, or from in situation to situation. So that just to get that out there.
So what's the importance of taking, what would encourage somebody to say, okay, I want to take my DISC assessment? What's the importance of it?
Well, it allows you to understand your strengths, allow you to know your weakness, allow you to know how you respond under pressure, allow you to understand who are you, you know, in different situations. And so and what happens is you will know who you are, you will understand who you are, and then also if you get that plan, I will give you an action plan of how to be in the best situation, or how to use your characteristics to your advantage.
So who is a DISC assessment for? So who can come forth and say, I want a DISC assessment, and how will it benefit us?
Well, it could be for anybody. And I would say you want to take the DISC assessment as often as possible. You know, you could take it once a year, but you want to take it often because once you start being aware of who you are and you start seeing things, sometimes you change. That's why I said you could be one, and then once you get some awareness, then you're like, okay, sometimes certain situations you might have to be in your seat. So it could be for anybody, and who it's for. I would say if you want to know yourself better, if you want to begin to take charge and take action and know where you at and know where you stand, and then so that you're able to begin to have a plan, so that when that thing pops up, you're like, okay, I know that situation, I know that person, I know who that is, and then you could prepare for it. You could prepare for them situations, and so it's basically allow you to be better prepared for different situations.
So I heard that you've got different types of assessments.
Yes.
Family, workplace.
For teens.
So
if you want to know what career you want to be in, like, you know, because a lot of times, you know, it depends who you are. You know, you certain people should be in certain careers. You know, if you work well, and so when you take that DISC assessment, I can tell you, okay, you're good in this industry. You should be doing that. You're good in this industry. So I can help you and pinpoint where you best suited at. And this is why on the job sometimes you see people, you know, they get on a job and they're out of place. They don't know where they're at because that wasn't their fit. That's
so in other words, it helps you to align with your purpose.
Yes.
Especially for those teens who are doing gap years, are still trying to figure it out. If you take a DISC assessment, it will kind of give you an idea of your strengths, your weaknesses, and your passion, and what careers would best align to your characteristics.
So that when you pick a major, you won't be just picking a major. You'll be picking a major according to your strengths and where you thrive in. Because it's about thriving. It's not about strive. It's not about surviving. It's about thriving in the industry that where you're most passionate and where you're most strong in. It's about thriving. Because a lot of times we pick industry because we feel like we like it, but that's not something that we're really passionate about, or it's not really in our strength zone. And then what happened? A lot of times we don't like, once we get into that career, we feel like, oh, I don't want to do this.
That's not for me.
It's not for me. So if we say avoid it by taking the distance and know where you're going to thrive in, know what you're passionate, know what you can do, so that when you know you get into that situation, you won't get tired of it, or you won't like, this is not for me, and all that kind of stuff. You get frustrated.
So this is to avoid big mistakes that people make, and people changing careers, because tuition is not cheap. I mean, really, we pay a lot of money for these degrees, and you find that most people have a degree, they don't even work in that career because they realize that, man, I think I did the wrong. I chose wrong.
Yes. And we would like to say, right now, I think we're going to play a video too. It's on the website, Chaplin Legacy Group, but we're going to play a video so that you can get a better understanding of what is the DISC assessment. So we're going to play that video right now.
Your company's most valuable assets are the people who make up your company, so you need to invest where it counts the most. Most companies have experienced flawed communication and confusion about goals and outcomes. Yet there's a pattern for the perfect team, one where communication is flawless. There's clarity about mission, and everyone has emotionally bought in, paving the way to greater efficiency. Discover the pattern when you schedule a John Maxwell certified DISC instructor to hold a training for your company. This science-based DISC assessment and training tests individuals privately and reveals to them how much of a D, I, S, or C they are. This seemingly simple yet poignant realization will be worked through as a group to reveal how each person communicates best, and that is where the ROI is found. Managers will appreciate how they can leverage the team map that their Maxwell certified DISC instructor builds to reveal how their team personality is positioned and how it can be repositioned for maximum effectiveness. The results are powerful: increased operational speed, new levels of quality, a higher standard of care, and a creativity up-level. It all happens when barriers to communication are lowered. Imagine what the business could look like when everyone who you work with is empowered to give their absolute best. Invest in your people. They are your business, and the money will follow.
All right, that seems very interesting, and it explains a lot about the DISC assessment. So we are here just to say, if you don't know, now you know that Coach LJ here is a DISC assessor.
Yes.
What are you guys called?
Consultant or trainer.
DISC assessor, consultant or trainer. And you're more than welcome to reach out to him on our inbox or at the description below, in the comments below if you're interested in taking a DISC assessment. Of course, there is a small cost associated with it, right?
Yes.
Is it small or is it affordable?
It's affordable. To get your DISC assessment, it's affordable. You would just get a copy of your report, and that's it. If you want that, you can get that. Just get it, of course, but it's a long sheet, so you will want somebody to go over it for you because you're gonna see a lot of numbers. You're gonna see a lot of words, a lot of gibberish, and so you might not understand that. So you're gonna want somebody to explain what everything means. And then also,
and so there's an additional cost.
Yes.
You explain.
Yes, it'd be a debriefing. I'll be able to debrief you on your DISC assessment, tell you what, and then give you an action plan.
So this episode will be actually a summary of the debriefing of my DISC assessment. I did it a couple of weeks ago. How long was it again? I was actually waiting to be writing for hours and hours, but I was very surprised. It was quite, short. How long was it again?
What, to take it?
Yeah.
It was about 7 minutes. Yeah. They say you want to take with this 7 minutes, you don't want to think about it, you want it by your first answer, plug it in, and that's it. It takes about 7 minutes.
Yeah, so less than 10 minutes, you got it out of the way, and then you submit your form. This is all done electronically. You don't have to come in person. And then when the results come back, Coach LJ will have a debriefing with you. If you choose just to read it out yourself without having him to go through it, that's also your choice. It's an optional thing that we have. So let's jump right in and talk about my results, because I haven't heard the results.
Yes.
I did the test and I just never went through the results.
Yes. So one thing I do want to talk about too, because it's 3 categories with the DISC assessment. You have the public self, which is the mask, your private self, which is your core, and the perceived self, which is the mirror. The mask, this is how you behave when you are in the public or interact with people. So this is your mask. This is how people.
What did you say? Mask?
Mask. Okay. MASK. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't hear it.
Okay.
So a mask is in people putting in a mask.
Yes.
They're not really reflecting their real self.
Yes. Yeah.
Sometimes we put out a show or we become a different person when we're in public.
Yes, because this is how we feel like we need to portray ourselves with people, or this is how people see us when we are, but that's not our true self.
Okay.
The private self which is the core. This is who you really are.
Real you.
The real you.
When somebody says, "This is me," I can't do anything about it. That's who we're talking about.
That's what you're talking about. Yeah, this is your private self. This is the person when you're under pressure, when you're under stress. You go into your core. You go into your true self when you in your element. Yes, when you go into your core, when you're under stress, when you're under pressure.
So in other words, who you really are, the core of you really are, shows up when you're under stress.
Yes, it shows up.
So when you're under stress, if you're a person that curses, if you're a person that cries, or whatever the case is, that's the real.
That's the real you. Yes, it shows up. That's.
It's like people who have money. They say, give a person money, you'll see their real self.
Yes.
That core self.
Yes.
Because they say money exaggerates who you are. It actually shows off. It doesn't exaggerate.
Magnify.
That's the right word. It magnifies who you really are. So it's like putting a magnifying glass and zooming into the real person. So if you're a stingy person, when you're wealthy, we'll see that. Not giving no one. When you're a giver, that's why you find most people who gain a lot of money, if they are givers naturally, they give it all out and they end up broke again because they are natural givers. They feel like they need to share their wealth with other people. People who are stingy, you won't get a penny. They'll always say, I don't have it. Well, meanwhile, you know that they just came across millions. So
yeah. And then the last category is the perceived self. This is the mirror. This is your self-image and your perception of social expectations. Yes, this is how
you see yourself.
How you see yourself in social interactions. This is what you think you need to be, or how you see yourself, or how you want to be. This is where you.
So it's not necessarily the real you, but it's how you want people to see you and how you see yourself.
Yes, and but
sometimes you see yourself differently to what people see you.
Yeah, but but the thing is, we mainly focus on. As a disc consultant, we mainly focus on the mirror and the core.
Okay.
Because when the thing is, your mirror is combined between the mask and they calculate it and they that's the final number from the mask and the core.
Gotcha.
So that's the real number. The mirror is the real number from the first two.
Okay, let's jump.
Yeah, but the core is like where you under pressure. Yeah, so now let's talk about Lady Siza results. Because we know
no judgment.
Lady Siza results. Yes, we know. Now Lady Siza, she's IDS.
Okay.
Now
so just break that down.
Yes. Now her mass is ID. It's high I, and her D is just above the midline.
So let's break that down again. What do you mean by that? My mask is who people see me as.
Yes, who they see you as. Yeah.
Is high is what?
High
I. So what is a high I?
Influencer.
Okay.
You're talkative. The talk of the party. You the social butterfly.
Okay.
Yes.
And so I'm more there.
Yes, you high I.
That reflects more.
Yes, that reflect more. Yeah.
And what else?
You're high D. You decisive, you are assertive, you are dominant, and you like to take control.
That's all true. And then what else?
No, that's it. That's your mask. You're a high I and a high D.
This is how people see me.
Yes.
But I feel like that's how I see myself too. So go ahead. Let's see how true this is.
Yeah. So
far so good.
It's pretty much even throughout the day. So now you are high I, right? And you're as a mess. Speak a lot. You like to talk. You like to build relationships. When you're doing that, you good.
I'm in my element.
Yeah, you're in the element. So now the D show up every now because like sometimes you might have to use your D in your mask. So people see that sometimes you're assertive. So when people see you sometimes they see you as dominant, they see you as assertive, they see you as all the different things what a D is. Now when you're under pressure, right? Now she still has the high I, right? But guess what happened? That D shoots up.
So the D overtakes the I.
It meets, yes. It kind of meets, it's kind of level off, your D and I. Now because she's under pressure, she feel like, you know what, I gotta handle this thing. Because you know what, you're going crazy now. This was like, you know what, if I don't do this right now, then it's not gonna get done.
With the mask, my being an influencer, talkative, what is there percentages that you're using?
Yeah, we do have percentages.
Okay,
yes.
So do you have my percentages so that we are able to compare numerically?
I don't have your percentages on me. I just know that you're a high I. You like a 6.
Okay.
You like a 6.
6 over 10.
Yes, 6 over 10. Yes. So you like a, you
this is mask.
Close. Yes, mask.
And then
your D is a 2 in the mask. Your D is a 2.
Okay, so my dominance is only 2.
Yeah, your dominance is only 2 in the mask.
Oh, okay.
So it's not bad.
So I'm mainly an I.
You're mainly an I, yes.
Influencer.
Yes.
A
Talkative. You love to build relationships.
Right.
Yes, that's mainly who you are. You're a high I. You know, it takes over. Not the realm. Some people eyes could be at the way at the top.
Right.
And so one people that's with her because her title is a persuader. She a persuader. But the people that you want to think about, famous people, is Christopher Columbus.
Okay, Chris.
And Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
Harriet Tubman. You know, straight, assertive, dominant, take control. You know, because we know
taking lead.
Initiators.
Yes.
Initiators. They all that because that D. Boom. That's because that D is the 2.
So that's the mask part of it.
Yes. Now when you're under stress, your D and your I is like at a 6, 7.
Okay.
I think I seen 6 or
so my D 6. Rises up.
Your D rises because your D rises. But guess what happened too? When you're in stress, your S also rises up.
And what is S again?
Your S is steadiness. You're calm. You want things calm. You like things calm. Peacemaker. You want
which
things.
I'm not.
You want things calm. You are very steady. Stability. You like stability. Security. That's what the S does. They like security. They want to control environment. So your S come up and you is at like a 3. Your S is like at a 3, but your D and your I still is dominant.
Because I want to take care of the control.
Yeah. You want to get things back to calm.
Yeah.
You want to get things back to calm. That's why your S is there, because you want to get things back to calm so that your I
don't like instability.
Yes, yeah. You don't like instability, and that's
so that I can flow.
You can flow in your I. Yes. You want to. That's
so far so good.
Yes, you want to stay in your I at all times. Push is at all times. You don't want to be in your D. You don't want to be in your S. You in your comfort zone when you're in your I. And so now a person like Siza, the kind of position she could be in, writing books, speaking,
which I do.
Speaking, coaching.
Oh, I'm in the right.
Yeah,
place.
That's the kind of thing industry she be good at.
So I'm in the right track.
Yeah, you're in the right track because you're talkative. So speaking, coaching, you also the leader because you're a D. You make a good leader because you are very decisive. So you definitely make a leader, a manager, a CEO.
Which I've been.
Yeah, CEO.
Which I am.
Because you're DI, and then your S. Because you like stability, you could basically control the environment. Because of your S also shows up. So basically under pressure, my wife can handle stress. She can handle stress when she's under pressure. Because her D and I, a D, and here's the thing, when she have a D, she want to get things done. Yeah. So, but the
I'm not a procrastinator.
Yeah, her
even if the task I do not like, I just push to because I just wanted to get it out of the way.
Yes. So here's the thing, because her DI, she still like to talk. She still like to build a relationship, but her D gonna say, "Let's get this thing done," and then her S is gonna come in because she want that. She wants stability. So her S is there because she likes stability.
That's why I think
she likes security.
This year has been so tough for me because there's very less stability around me in my life, and so at times I feel like I'm kind of losing control of the situation, and I always want to be in control of a situation.
You always want to be in control. That's that deep. You always want to be in control, and so and then her mirror, the mirror, right, is I bad to die.
So let's go back to those who just joined in and who don't understand what mirror is. So mirror is
it's the perceived stuff.
How people perceive me.
No, how you perceive yourself.
How I perceive myself. Okay.
Yes, it's how you perceive yourself.
Okay.
It's how you want to be or how you want to perceive to be. Yeah, this is your mirror. When you look in the mirror, this is what you want to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I want to see, or this is what is.
This is what is.
Okay.
This is what you know. So your mirror, and this is the one we look at. Like I said, the mirror is is the final number from your mask and your core.
So what is mine?
You IDS.
Okay, let's break it down again. So I
influential.
How many marks out of 10?
You is a 6, 7.
Okay.
So everything normal. Your I is from straight up. You 6 all the way through. Your D go back down.
Down to 3.
Down to 2, 3. Yes. Your D go and your S is like right above the midline.
Which is
0.
Oh, so it doesn't.
It don't really show up. Yeah, your S and your S don't really show up.
So
because you like to be in the eye. You're associative. You like to build relationship. You like to talk. This is who you are. This is you. This is you. You're a persuader. That's why.
So I guess also a disc assessment from what you're telling me just also helps for one to understand themselves. You don't need it even for you to understand the kind of employment or career you want to go into, or even the partner you want to marry, but just personally in you understanding why I react ways I do to situations. So I think everybody should take a disc assessment just so that you understand yourself before other people understand you. You know, take it for your spouse. That's a beautiful gift to your spouse, so that you understand each other and how when his I comes up and your D come up, you know, you understand what's happening and how to actually solve so that you don't hit, bump heads.
Bump head, yes.
So even I think students in class, when teachers don't understand why a child is acting the way they're acting, take a disc assessment. You know, an employer for your employees. Why certain employees act the way they do and why others act the way they do? Disc assessment. I think it's the answer to all problems.
It's the answer, and that's why I always relate in every episode that we go through on the Friday episode. I always go back to the disc assessment because you could conquer all problems if you understand yourself better, if you understand who you are, and then allow you to be able to understand other people as well. Allow you to have conversations and how to deal, because in the disc assessment also, we just go on a brief summary, but I can also tell you how to cope with the D's, how to cope with the I's, how to cope with the S. So I will give you a plan how to respond and how to react, because there's a lot of different things. So that when you talk, if you're an I this is what you should do when you're talking to the D. This is what you should be when you're talking to it. How you deal with a D, or how you deal with an I. Eyes have no problems. And when two eyes get together, you ain't getting no job done. Nothing getting done when you got to go. They only want to talk. They talking to they can talk for hours. They ain't getting nothing done when two eyes get together. But how to deal with the S and how to deal with the C. And so but I think a disc assessment is a great way to get to know yourself better, and also how to cope with other people as well. Now, my result, under normal circumstances, I'm like my wife. Same thing. I'm a high I under normal circumstances. Yes, I'm a high I. And this is why I always say I'm an introvert, extrovert. Under normal circumstances, if I met you before, I'm a high I.
That's news to me, because I feel like we are total opposites. I don't see the traits that I have in you.
No, I'm a high I. I like to talk. I know. I'm saying this is why I always say I'm an extrovert, because if I know you, once I feel like everything is normal and I feel comfortable and.
So I'm guessing there's different types of I's and D's and S's. Because I don't see you as an I.
Yeah, I'm a high, but I'm talking
let's hear the perceive, because how I perceive you, and I'm sure how others perceive you, is not what you perceive.
Yeah,
perceive yourself.
no, but my mask is a high I. I don't have D. I don't everything below the my mask. Everything below the midline. And another thing too, the reason why your mask, because one way, because of my profession, I'm also a speaker. Mm-hmm. I'm also a coach, because I'm also a pastor. So when people see me as someone that's talkative, someone that preach and all that kind of stuff, because I am a pastor, I am a coach, I am a speaker, so that's how they would see me as well. Because they know I'm a pastor, because they know I speak and all the different things, so they would see me as the talkative person. And once I get the mic and I'm comfortable, I'm gone. I'm gone. Boom. Once I get comfortable, even like with the interview on yesterday, once I get comfortable, I can go. That's me. I'm high I. Now, when I'm under stress, my core, who I'm really on, I'm a high I, high C. My I is very high. No, not my I. My bad. My I drop. I'm a high C. Now
let's go back to C again. What is C again?
C is conscientious. C is compliance. That's what C is. Conscientious and compliance, analytical. So my C, when I'm under stress, my C shoot up and my I drop.
What does that mean in layman's language? Because you're saying you're using all these big words, analytical, whatever. What does that mean?
What? When I'm under stress, my C, think of the adjective conscientiousness.
That's a big word.
Think of compliant.
That's still a big word. Like, just put it in layman's language, okay? Just
think of analytical.
That's still a big word.
I'm saying that's the word.
Like, how's the person? Like, they overthink things, like in that way.
Yes. Okay, they overthink things. Yes, they overthink things. But
they want things to be done a certain way.
Yes, yeah. They want things a certain way.
That's layman's
language. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I got it.
Throwing these big words.
But that's the word.
No, but then you as a coach, you need to think about these things, that you will come into contact with people who don't understand these terms.
I agree.
And you must not assume that people understand these terms.
Yes.
So you need to break it down.
Yes, they overthink things. They analyticals. C's is attention to detail. They attention to detail.
I have attention to detail. I pay attention to detail.
No, you just C don't show up, baby.
But I do pay attention.
But I know, but I'm saying remember, again, you still have. We all have a little bit of everything, but your C is like it's not there. It's not dominant at all. Your C is not dominant. Not saying that you don't pay attention. It doesn't matter. Like, even if you're high I or high S, it's not saying that you don't use D's or S or C's. It's just not dominant. But in certain situations, you can pay attention to the detail. But really, you're D there, and so you're more assertive. You're more take control. You're more like the social butterfly. But now I'm a high C, right, under stress, because now this is when I get in reserve. I'm very reserved. I don't like pressure situations. But I still like once I get comfortable, the I can show up.
Right.
The I can show up once I get comfortable. But here's another thing. When I also like stability. My S also come up in my core. I like everything to be calm. I like to be in a calm environment. Because I like to get back in my eye. I like to talk. I like to build relationships. This is who I am. It's just that when
I like to build relationships?
Yeah. I like to talk to people.
Okay.
Remember, I can build great relationships.
But you can't sustain them.
I can't sustain them, yes. I can build great relationships. But my thing now...
Sustaining is critical. What's the point of building when you can't sustain?
Sustaining is critical.
So tell us, how do you correct that? Because you said you also help people to make corrective actions. So how do you correct a person who can build relationship but can't sustain them? And in any working relation or even personal relation, sustaining relationship is part of it.
Well, one, because I know under stress, right? So I like things to be calm, I like stability under stress. I don't like to be because I have C-I-S, right? C-I is in that normal, in that order. So my C is higher.
C, which means you are.
My C is high, I mean compliant, analytical,
right.
and compliant, conscientiousness.
Yeah.
The I is next, and then the S. So it's a force D.
What is an I again?
Huh?
What's an I again?
Influencer.
Okay, and D.
S is D. D is dominant.
So you
I'm a force D. Yes, I'm a force D. Because a lot of times I'm under pressure.
What does force D mean?
Force D mean same thing. Remember, because the D is dominant. Remember, D is dominant. Mm-hmm. So because these three meet up, or it can show as a D. It's a force D. I'm not a D.
So you're not a natural D.
I'm not a natural D, but it can show
because
up.
of the combination
of these three. Yes, it shows up as a D sometimes in certain situations where I want to take control. I want to be more dominant. I'm going to be.
But it's not natural.
But that's not naturally me. No, I don't.
I think that's very correct.
Yes, I don't want to be that.
You're not an alpha man.
No, I don't want to be. But sometimes when I'm under pressure, I'm forced to. I don't want to, but I'm forced to. Sometimes I'm assertive.
If you can't avoid it, you would.
Oh yeah, if I can, what? And this is why I isolate. But this is the problem that I have for a long time, even with job interviews, because when I'm under pressure or you catch me somewhere, I'm a shy up. I'm getting nervous. Cause me again.
So
we always say.
Does that not have to do with just self-esteem as well? You not believing in yourself?
That's why I'm reserved. Yeah. The self-esteem, all that, yeah. Being reserved, because I don't want to be judged.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be judged. I want to be liked by everyone. So
You're one of the people pleasers.
Yeah, I'm one of the people pleasers. Yes, we're gonna say.
And people like me are not people pleasers.
Yes, you assert it.
You tell it as it is.
You tell it as it is. But yeah, and so my C come up. It is much higher because I'm gonna try to be more. I'm trying to be more analytical, think about what I'm gonna do, and so and trying to see things and observe. I'm gonna be observing things. So and I'm trying to feel my way. That's what I'm doing, trying to feel my way, so that if it's comfortable again, now my eyes gonna show up again. Once I get comfortable.
So you test the waters.
I'm testing the waters. Yes, when I'm under pressure, I'm testing the waters. And so, cause my eye want to come back up. Because my eye want to speak. Cause remember, once I get it, I'm comfortable, and I could go for a long time. And
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So what else do you have for us?
Yeah. So now and here's the thing. Even though, like I said, my C is so high. Mm-hmm. My eye's still visible, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a force D. Mm-hmm. Now, we want to talk about the results, our results, and like what it means in our relationship. Okay. Because we both implement each other, complement. Yes, we both complement each other because we both high eyes and we both high S. So we both have eyes. And
it has nothing to do with looks, because most people say we look alike, which I disagree with.
No. We both So, but we complement each other with our characteristics, with our traits. We both influences. We both like to talk. When we both in our eyes, we could have great conversations. When we in our eye, and we both like stability. We both like security. We want things to be stable, and so this is when we IS, we complement each other very well. Now, here's the problem. Here's the controversy part. Here's the part that can get frustrated, and this is the part we got to continue to work on and learn, because we both opposite. Now, this is where we opposite at, because under pressure, or when whenever, because she have a D and all throughout the thing, she D. D.
Dominant.
Dominant. It doesn't matter. Mask, core, mirror. She's D. It's not. Her mask is lower, but she's still a D. Her mirror is lower, but she's still a D.
Right.
But and her under pressure, she's a D. Now, because she's a D, this is when the confusion card. Because under pressure, I'm a C. So when we under stress,
so C is
compliant, analytical.
What does the layman say?
Pay attention to some detail.
Which I doubt with you. But what's the layman's details?
Overthink.
Overthink.
Yes, overthinking. So now here's the thing. Now because another thing too. Another word for S is slow, and C could be also slow. That depends. If you give a C data, that's why you don't want to give C's too much data sometimes, because too much data they're gonna analyze. So let's say you give a C a piece of data, right? They're gonna analyze that data before they make a move. They ain't moving until they analyze the whole data. So now let's say you give a C data, right? They're gonna analyze it and then they make their move. Let's say you come back and get them more data. Guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna analyze that data again. And so now the job, because they gotta make sure everything right before they make a move. Just like when you
So C's are cautious.
Are cautious, yes.
They don't like taking risks.
They don't like taking. They really strict on procedures and rules.
They just don't risk taking.
They're not. No, yeah. C's is like think of scientists. When you think of C's, think of scientists.
Accountants. Because scientists take risks.
Okay, No. Science. Okay, accountant. Think of accountant.
Because accountants, everything the T's have to be crossed, and everything has to balance.
Yes, yeah. Well, a scientist, when you think of scientist, it's an S. Stability, calm, environments. So they put structure behind it in place. That's what S do. They put the structure. If you trying to put structure behind things, you want an S, because they're gonna make sure they have structure.
Okay.
But now, because I'm a high C under stress, because I go on reserve, this is when me and my wife bump heads. Because now, when I'm under stress sometimes, when she in her D, I'm in my C. I'm gonna back down. I'm not gonna take control, and that's gonna frustrate her. That's frustrate my wife, because now I'm not gonna move.
Because I'm an alpha and I'm looking for another alpha to take control
and under
solve
stress
the situation, so that we can move on.
Yeah, and when
he runs away from.
I run away. Yes, when I'm under stress, I'm gonna run. I don't like conflict, and so I run from conflict. And so the thing is, because I know these things now, I try to correct it. This is why I try to be prepared when I do things, because I know under stress. If I don't want to be under stress, I gotta make sure. Analytical again. Pay attention. They gotta have all the details.
So in other words, you're a planner.
Yes, I'm a planner.
Things
yes,
have to be planned.
Things have to be.
You're not spontaneous, because I'm.
Yeah, you're very spontaneous. Yeah, I'm not spontaneous. So and
that sucks, especially when you're married to somebody who's spontaneous. Because I want let's go to the beach. Oh, it takes like another 3 weeks to go.
That's a C for you.
Going to the beach doesn't even. You don't have to even pay to go to the. Okay, American beaches, yeah, you pay. $10 compared to going to a formal dinner, but no, a C has to plan
yes.
a $10 event.
Yes.
And it frustrates me. It frustrates me so much.
Yeah, so that's what happened when I'm in my C, she in her D. But the thing is, to balance out now, we gotta learn how to balance things out. And so how we can do that. Now, when my wife is in her D always, because she's great decision maker. She's good and she's an assertive person. So when she in her high D, she needs to be assertive. She need to begin to make quick decisions, even for me, and I'm okay with that. because she's good with that. She's a D, so she need to be assertive when she needs to be. She need to make quick decisions because I'm not. It's gonna take me time. So she gotta make the decision, and then what's gonna happen is, if once she make the decision, most of the time I'm just gonna go along with it. I said, cool, fine, because you relieve the pressure for me, because I don't, especially when I'm under stress, I don't want to do it. I'm gonna take too long. So it's for her. She have to, because she's a D, she gotta continue to take the initiative. She can't be assertive and make quick decisions when she's dealing with my high C, especially under pressure, And then what I need to do, so how I compliment, because when I'm in my C, now in these situations, I pay attention to the detail, and then I plan.
I think some of this is a bit incorrect.
But I pay attention to I plan. I plan things out.
Yeah, the planning is correct, but paying attention to detail.
I pay attention to the detail. I pay attention to the detail. When I'm under stress, I'm looking. Remember, I'm observing. I'm looking to see. I'm overthinking. So I'm planning things out.
Maybe I have the wrong definition of paying attention to detail. But anyway.
But when I'm in my I don't pay attention to the detail.
They suck.
Yeah, they suck when it comes to eyes. Don't, because they want to talk. They focus on building relationships, so they don't.
But I'm an I, and I still pay attention to detail.
I just told you what are you? You're also a D.
Okay.
So because you're a D, that's why you're assertive. You pay attention to the detail. You're good with that. You make good decisions.
I'm an all-rounded woman.
Yeah, you're well-rounded. Yes, you're an S.
Well-rounded.
Meaning remember S. You also structure as well because so. But because
I'm wife material.
Yes, you're wife material.
And I'm management material.
Yes, you're management material.
Leader
material.
So what kind of professions do you guys have?
Now because I have my core is a force D, and my mirror is a force D. When you think of me, the famous people, think of Albert Einstein. and the title is I'm an assessor.
Okay.
I'm an assessor.
Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an assessor.
Smart cookies.
Yeah, I'm an assessor. I'm assess the situation, especially on the
So just one famous person, Albert?
The other one, I got to think of the other one.
Okay.
I probably put it in the show you the screen of the other person.
Okay.
But think of Albert Einstein. But I'm an assessor, so I'm an assessor. I'm gonna assess things. That's just who I am. This is us. So in order for us to code, especially when she in a D and I'm in my I and her C, she gotta know. Okay, this is the time that I gotta make the decision because he's not gonna make the decision.
I think that happens more than regularly.
Yes, and it's okay.
No. Some people like myself, they marry. They want alpha men to lead.
But you don't have that. So for us to work, now I can be alpha because remember I'm a force D sometimes as well. So I can make decisions sometimes, but I gotta be comfortable. I gotta be comfortable. If I'm comfortable.
You see the importance of taking the DISC assessment before you get married?
Yes.
Before
you get married, you should definitely.
So that you know what you're getting yourself into. Then you decide whether you want to stick with it or not.
So before, we also said premarital.
It should be part of
premarital. Yeah, premarital counseling. You should go through premarital counseling, but also if a good premarital counselor should also tell you to take the DISC assessment. That should be part of the requirement. So even like with myself, because I'm a consultant, I'm a certified consultant as a DISC, right? I lead with this. So when I hire somebody, guess what? The requirement, you're gonna take the DISC assessment. So I know where to place you at. So so I'm leaning everything I do. I'm gonna lead with this. When I hire you, when I work with you, I need to know who I'm dealing with. And then you're going to know who you're dealing with in me. You're going to know that I'm a...
But how accurate, because those questions are like 7-minute questions. How can they give you so much information about someone?
And because the question is pretty much accurate. Yeah, it's tailor-made, and they know It's about, and here's the thing, this is mostly the American, so they trying to design it for the world. And here's the thing too, another thing with the disc, right? There are more S in the world. So if you're in the room, this is the thing about the world in the US. In the US, there's more S in the US. We not know about the world.
So let's go back to S again.
S is stable, stability.
People are looking for security.
Security. They don't like change. They very slow to change. When you ask, they very slow to change. So they are 69% of the people in the world, in the U.S. I can't say the world. In the U.S. I can't really say the world.
The U.S. is not the world.
Yeah, I know. I said that's why I changed it to the U.S. So 69% of the people is S.
Okay.
And then you have the C's.
Right.
So 90%, I think I got that. 90% of the people in the U.S. is C's. And then 11%.
So there's more C's than S's.
No, more S than C's.
You just said 90%.
19.
Oh, 19. Okay.
Yeah, 19%. And then Ours is next. Ours is, I think, 15, 11%. I'm going to show it. I'm going to show on the screen because I know I'm getting off. But I definitely know the S. The S is 69%. The D's is not that many D's. The D's is very low. They're the lowest. It's not that many D's in the world. So it's more S. Yeah, yeah.
So as we round off, is there anything else you want us to?
Yeah, if we say this podcast was sponsored, we got two sponsors today. The podcast was sponsored by the Next Opportunity Window. If it's a vibrant community, if you want to connect, you want to learn, you want to grow. You want to learn how to take action. You want to become a person that that fear change.
So, as a person who's in the Next Opportunity Window, do you get to get a free disc assessment?
No, I should offer that. What you think?
Well, it's up to you and your members.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe we can talk about it. If you join this assessment, maybe if you join the community, we can talk about that. Maybe, probably. Let's do that for the people that want to take this. If you join the community, you could get a free disc assessment for those individuals that.
So see, I've negotiated a nice offer. So come on in.
Yes, if you want to join the community, yes, you can get you can take the disc because it's very vital and it will help you. I think, and so because you have a coach as well. Once I understand who you are inside the community, then I can tell the lessons on what to speak on and what lessons to do on lunch and learn because now I know who I'm speaking to.
Right.
So I can tell the different lessons for lunch and learns. And when we do our masterminds, I can tell the different lessons because I know, okay, this is my S, this is my I, this is my D's, and so I can tell the different lessons. So I think I can offer that. Yeah, let's do that. You join
you
join the community. You would definitely get a disc assessment for a limited time period. I don't know if I'm going to continue, but right now limited time offer. If you join the community, you get a free disc assessment.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
On that note, we'd like to just remind you, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. And thank you for watching till the end.
Yes, chilling with the Chaplins.
And thank you for even not skipping the ads.
Yes.
Do like if you have not liked yet, and do subscribe if you have not subscribed yet.
And don't forget to share.
Yes.
That's very important to share the video.
And to all our returning subscribers, we just want to say thank you
yes.
for always being with us and supporting us. But also, don't leave it right there. We have this broadcast as well on our audio platforms that you can listen to whatever that you desire as a platform. That for audio podcast, we are there. We are on all of them. So enjoy it there. Over there as well. Do follow us. Do rate
leave
us.
Reviews.
Leave reviews, etc. It does help us to reach more people and with the algorithmic. And also, we'd love to be your friends personally.
Yes, you love to.
Come and join us on Instagram and Threads. You'll find me. I'm at Lady Siza 1 on Instagram and Threads. And
yeah, get inspired by LJ on Instagram and Threads, and you would know I'm the real person. It's me. I am Revify. So there's no other accounts. There's no other accounts. I'm the real one.
You're gonna be getting that every week from now on. I'm verified.
No.
Anyways, you can follow us collectively as well at Chilling with the Chaplins. We hope that this episode was an eye opener to you. We diverged some of our results. It was not all of them, like you said. When you do take the test and come back as how many pages?
It's about 50 pages.
50 pages. So
it's a lot.
You can imagine we could not break down 50 pages in 45-minute video. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you.
Now, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video we have for you right
We'll see
here.
you in the next video.
Take care. We'll see you in the next video.